If it hadn't been for a spelling error, Tamerlan Tsarnaev may have never been allowed to re-enter the United States after a trip home to Russia. His name was entered in the Terrorist Identities Data Mart environment, known as TIDE, back in 2011, which means he was supposed to be monitored closely. Instead, he planned and carried out the attack that killed 3 people and injured hundreds.
This has been a pervasive problem for a long time.
John Rosamondo is a senior analyst for the Investigative Project on Terrorism and says the event once again brought to light the holes in the system. But they're holes that have been exposed before. Back in 2006, the Government Accountability Office noted that the misidentification of people with similar names is somewhat common. And a 2008 editorial in the New York Times pointed out the $500 million software program had serious design flaws and couldn't even offer suggestions for slight misspellings in names. Critics say the size of the database could be problematic as well. After all, the number of names on the list has jumped from 540,000 to 875,000 just in the last 5 years. Still, many experts argue that just because the system is imperfect doesn't mean it should be eliminated.
It's absolutely needed. Unfortunately, the threat's real. I think a lot of people think since bin Laden's death, ding dong, the witch is dead. Unfortunately, that's not the case.
Frank Salufo, George Washington University's director of the Homeland Security Policy Institute, says the lists have actually aided in quite a few successes.
Since 9/11, there have been 60-plus plots that have been prevented on U.S. soil.
Most agree, though, the need for improvements to the system is critical.
Unless Congress does something, the bureaucrats are going to simply keep passing the buck.
In Washington, I'm Christine Frizzell reporting.